But even when Latinos are fueling the state's and national growth, communities' progress on social justice issues has been a challenge that remains unsolved and without much attention. We all witness brown kids in cages, and most recently, individuals put on buses under alleged lies and with a resounding un-American message of "you are not welcome here." And they are sending those individuals here to Pennsylvania and to many other states in the eastern coast. When it comes to voter suppression, you all know that today Latinos are the largest minority ethnic group in the nation, 32 million Latinos. But then, as we continue to grow, so should our political power. Latino voting disenfranchisement is at a historic high. Everywhere we go to vote, people are closing the doors and they are not allowing us to vote or asking for our citizenship. Eradicating Latino poverty in Pennsylvania is a social justice issue we should all rally behind. In many urban regions, Latinos are concentrated in highly poverty-disadvantaged areas with inadequate resources for public transportation, health clinics, and lack of quality education programs. As a matter of fact, the annual median income for Hispanic Latinos 16 and older is $23,000, the lowest income earning in the state. If we are in the business of improving people's lives, we must eradicate Latino poverty in Pennsylvania and all across this nation. And then when it comes to housing security, gentrification now is becoming the most highly producer of poverty and displacement of Latino families in urban centers. Smart growth is good. Irresponsible growth is bad and is creating Latino homelessness for the first time in Pennsylvania history. And then when it comes to workforce development, education, and training opportunities in the state must have a focus strategically and intentionally to enhance the Latino community's prospect to a life out of poverty. It is all connected. Workforce development, housing security, it is all connected to protecting the dignity of every human being, and in this case, the 1.1 million Latinos in our Commonwealth. And we must work on pay equity. Latinas, for every dollar that a white man makes, Latinas make 54%. Ladies and gentlemen, we must be in the business of equity, inclusion, diversity in our Commonwealth. And then, hate incidents targeting Latinos are on the rise nationally, and Pennsylvania is not an exception. The constant complaints of employment discrimination and abuse, lack of promotion, and unjustifiable firings are becoming a distressful scenarios in many Latinos households. One factor contributing to the marginalization of the Latino community relates to the images held about its members by dominant society. So, ladies and gentlemen, why do I make the case for you about housing security and workforce development and pay equity and discrimination and voter suppression and poverty and access to care and, of course, racism? We are at a crossroads. Latinos reach a historic 1 million residents in Pennsylvania, yet our stories are not written, our experiences are not included, and our voices are ignored. I tell you today, that will no longer be the case. That's why, to the capital city of Harrisburg, to the center of our government, I am so proud to announce, to discuss these issues, to embrace a progressive, inclusive Latino agenda. This team and these partners are proud to announce that the 2023 Pennsylvania Latino Convention is coming to the great city of Harrisburg. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we have a message from Mayor Williams, who wishes she could attend. She was scheduled to attend. A personal family matter came up, which called her away, but she did tape a message, which we will play for you right now.
Good afternoon, and thank you all so very much. I wish I could be with you today in person. However, a personal matter came up that I had to attend to. I don't want that to take away from letting you all know how excited I was to learn the City of Harrisburg was selected as host of the 2023 Pennsylvania Latino Convention. Sure, I might be a bit biased as the mayor, but I can think of no more perfect place than the capital of the Keystone to hold this year's convention. As Harrisburg goes, so goes the rest of Pennsylvania. Here, we lead by example. The diversity here is our keystone. More than 25% of our residents are Hispanic or Latino, making Harrisburg one of the largest centers for Latin growth in all of Pennsylvania. That figure may sound just like a statistic, but we wear it with immense pride. The City of Harrisburg is where promise meets policy, the values represented by the Pennsylvania Latino Convention, a strong focus in health, education, social justice, and workforce equity are what we share here at the Martin Luther King Jr. City Government Center. We stand arm in arm with you today and cannot wait to do it again from September the 20th through the 22nd when we proudly host the 6th Annual Pennsylvania Latino Convention. Thank you so much for this tremendous honor. The City of Harrisburg will not let you down.
And now a few words from Carl Singleton, who's the Chief Equity and Compliance Officer here at the City of Harrisburg. Carl.
I guess it's good afternoon now, and of course congratulatory remarks, and of course a welcome, but not a welcome, just one of those things where we're saying spread your wings at home, relax at home. It is a distinct pleasure and honor to speak here before you on behalf of the Mayor Wanda R.D. Williams administration and welcoming the 6th Annual Latino Convention here to our great capital city here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It goes without saying that Mayor Williams is deeply involved and deeply concerned with anything relative to ensuring equitable inclusivity amongst all residents. However, she is not biased whatsoever when it comes to being specific in terms of minority and underserved individuals and populations that have historically been left behind, isolated, and outright ignored. So this is just one opportunity of many that will come by way of this administration networking with our capital city, our residents, business owners, minority women-owned and controlled businesses in particular, to ensure that not only are we in the place, but that we're actively engaged at the tables of decision-making. So again, welcome, congratulations, and we look forward to September when we can truly host the best convention here in the capital city in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Thank you very much.
Would now like to welcome up the city's Deputy Communications Director, Melissa Mejones Ortiz, to say a few words as well. Melissa?
Good afternoon. I'm Melissa Mejones, City of Harrisburg Deputy Director of Communications and Language Facilitator for the Latino residents. As Latinos, we cannot sit still. We're always looking for an opportunity to progress, develop our skills, and help others to accomplish their goals because we are such a large community united by dreams, culture, and family. I want to stress the importance of attending, sharing your experience, making connections, and finding resources to help you. Now in Spanish. Buenas tardes, soy Melissa Mejones, directora adjunta de Comunicaciones y facilitadora de idiomas de la ciudad de Harrisburg para los residentes latinos. Como latinos no podemos quedarnos quietos, siempre estamos buscando una oportunidad para progresar, desarrollar nuestras habilidades y ayudar a otros a lograr sus metas porque somos una gran comunidad unida por sueños, cultura y familia. Quiero enfatizar la importancia de asistir, compartir su experiencia, hacer conexiones y encontrar recursos para poder ayudarlos. Gracias.
Many of you in this community know of Gloria Vasquez Merrick and the tremendous work that she does with the Latino Hispanic American Community Center here in the city. We want to give her a chance right now to come up and say a few words.
So Norman asked you to speak for a few minutes about what the Latino Center does. And I'm not sure that I could do that in a few minutes, but I'm going to give an elevator speech, and I hope that the elevator doesn't get stuck, so just bear with me. But anyway, very quickly, yes, I'm the Executive Director of the Latino Center, and I'm proud that we've been in existence here since 2010. And as I look out here, I see all these wonderful people who have been a part of our evolution and the start of the Latino Center. What we do at the Latino Center is we provide basic human needs. We are actually providing the systemic needs of our community. When people have their systemic needs met, you have less crime, you have less poverty, and you have people that have better quality of life. And that's what we strive to do at the Latino Center. How do we do that? Again, basic human needs. We learned that our seniors were shut-ins, so we developed a sharing wisdom program for our seniors. We learned that our youth needed help, so we developed a youth leadership program, and some of our youth are here. And we have almost 100 graduates now from our youth leadership program. And we also are soon to be embarking on a workforce development initiative, but that'll call for another press conference of our own, thanks to Peggy Grove and a lot of others that are here. And so we're excited about that. And one of the things that we don't just provide systemic needs of the Latino Center, we also try to get engaged in creating first in the community. So we've worked with ABC 27 News, and we now have the first website, bilingual Latino website on ABC 20 with ABC 27 News. And after several meetings with Bob B., he said, "Why don't you just put me on your board?" So now we have the president of ABC 27 News on our board, which is really helping us. Then, well, once that starts, then you have a lot of other media that, want to kind of come and join us. And so we have a relationship now with Penn Live, and we're on the editorial board for Penn Live. And we've done a lot of other things. Actually, just last Thursday, I was downtown here with some of our students at the Whitaker Center. So after some meetings with the executive director of the Latino Center, of the Whitaker Center, being Ted Black, he called me and he says, "Hey, Gloria, we've been listening to you." And so just last week, we launched the first bilingual exhibit in the history of the Whitaker Center. We may not be the first Latino center. Actually, we are the second Latino center in this region. The first Latino center was started in 1973, and in 2006, it closed its doors because just a lot of other issues that had arisen, and it was time to sit back, evaluate, and kind of see where do we go from here. And so then came the second center. And interesting, my father was the founder of the first Latino center in 1973, and it's just ironic that here I am on the board helping to found the second Latino center in the greater Harrisburg region. So very proud of that as well. So when Norman called and said, "I think you should be there, I think you should say a few words," I was very proud of the fact because now we have an opportunity for another first, a first Latino convention in Harrisburg. And I'm so excited. I want to congratulate Norman and his entire committee and all of the supporters that you see up here for just making this happen and finally getting this convention in Harrisburg. It's going to make a big difference for us. It's going to boost our economy, it's going to boost relationships, and it's going to lessen poverty as we have more individuals coming to help us at the Latino Center. So thank you very much, and congratulations, Norman.
One of the reasons why Harrisburg is such a perfect and ideal place to have this convention is because you have the state capitol that's right down the street, and this convention will allow state leaders to be involved in these discussions. And we are so pleased and honored to welcome State Representative Joanny Cepeda from Reading to say a few words right now. Thank you.
Saludos, buenas tardes, good afternoon. I am Johanny Cepeda Freitas, hija de inmigrantes. I am wearing my t-shirt today because I'm a proud daughter of Dominican parents. Yes, that's right. That's correct. I also represent parts of Berks County, the only Latina woman from Berks County serving in this capacity. I'm also here representing the Pennsylvania Legislative Latino Caucus. So in the House of Representatives that consists of 203 state reps, there are only 7 of us. I'm going to repeat that again. In a House of Representatives for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, there are 203 state representatives, and only 7, I repeat, 7 are Latinos. We need to do more. We need to empower, encourage, enable folks to rise up and step up to the plate. I'm proud to say that I represent a voice, that I have a seat at the table for the members of my Latino community, but we have to do more. And I'm so grateful to Norman Bristol, to the committee, because you do what others don't. You make sure that you stress the fact that we matter. You stress the fact that we have value, that we have worth. You empower us. Not only do you empower us, but you nurture us. You highlight the accomplishments, and more importantly, the contributions that we make, not only to the Commonwealth, but to this country. So we have to continue embracing the fact that we are here and we continue to grow and that we continue to contribute. Diversity, equity, and inclusion matters. And I am so excited about the Latino Convention being here in Harrisburg. I support and participate at all of your conventions. I appreciate the work that you put forward, because you're right. Oftentimes our stories aren't told. Only the negative ones are told. And there's so many of us. There's so many of us contributing and giving back to our community. And it's time that not only that we get recognized, but we continue to have seats at the table. That we continue, we all have, it takes each and every one of us, regardless of where you sit, where you serve, and whether you're Latino or not. Representation matters, and it is our right to make sure that we are doing what we can within our power to make sure that everyone has a seat at the table. Again, thank you. I look forward to being here. I look forward to being part of this movement and continuing our growth and continue making a difference. Thank you for having us here.
Representative Cepeda, thank you so much. Last but certainly not least, we want to welcome up Olga Negron, who's the Vice Chair of the Latino Convention.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. I am proud to be here, finally, to rock the capital city. And by a show of hands, can you please tell me how many of you have been at another Pennsylvania Latino Convention? Okay, I see hands. Good, love it. So for those of you who missed it, the last 5, you have no idea what you're about to encounter. Yes, Latinos are here. We're here to stay, 1.1 million of us. We gather and we empower. That's what we do. We're very proud to celebrate our accomplishments, our heritage, our culture, our blessings. And we have become a familia, a statewide familia. And I am glad that those of you that were at any convention before are here with us, because I know that means commitment, that means engagement, and that means you're going to continue fighting with us the good fight, the good fight, because that's what we do. September 20, 21, 22, mark your calendar. We're going to be here rocking Harrisburg. We are absolutely in need of seeking more sponsors. Anybody that you know that would like to support what we do, have them reach out to me. I have my business cards in my pocket. Come to me, I'll give you the business card, I'll send you the packet, anybody that you know. And of course, we will be doing workshops. You know, we had about hundreds. I think that last one was 600 students from the Lehigh Valley School District to Allentown last convention. And we have done that in Nacasser, we did that in Bethlehem, we did that in Reading, always including colleges, you know, higher education with our students because they're always falling behind. So what we do matter. having you here matter. So thank you. I am looking forward. I absolutely need to also mention, I am here and have done this for 5 years, now on our 6th, thanks to my employer, HESK Law Firm, who are here with us and will again support the Pennsylvania Latino Convention like they have done for the last 5 years. And that's what I call real commitment. So I know all of you know organizations, companies that do the same. Let's get together, get my business card before you leave today, and let's get this put together for September. So we have any questions? Anybody has a comment? All right, well, let's get ready. You have something to say to close? Yeah.
Before we close, I would like to recognize the members of the Planning Committee. We have Edwin Segarra, Edna Garcia Di Pini, Dr. Damaris Bonilla Rodriguez. We have Edith Gutierrez Hobaker. We have Dr. Nilsa Lasso Von Lang. We have Jael Conde, and we have Diana Escalante. Thank you for joining on this journey to bring the best Latino convention to the city of Harrisburg. And now, before we make any concluding remarks, I would like to thank the mayor of the city. Mayor Williams is a leader, not only a leader for the city of Harrisburg, but she's a leader in our nation. As one of the very few African-American mayors in our nation, she set an example, she set the leadership, and we are all very, very proud of the work that she's doing here in the city of Harrisburg. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the convention is going to be here September 20th through the 22nd at the Harrisburg Hilton Hotel. We are planning on having more than 30 different workshops, summits. We have the Latino Health Summit. We have the Latino Education Summit, a Pennsylvania Women Conference. We have the Business and Entrepreneurship Forum, Workforce Development Forum, and for the very first time, we are going to have a parental involvement workshops directed by my dear friend here, and they are going to be in Spanish for Latino parents to really be engaged in the educational process of their kids. And for the young Latinos that are here, we are planning on dedicating an entire day for Latino high school students to be here with us at the convention, and for the young Latino professionals. And let me be very clear about this. More than 50% of Latinos in the United States are millennials. More than 65% of Latinos in our state, our nation, are Gen Z, millennials, or younger. If we don't nurture the young Latino community, ladies and gentlemen, we are losing generations of Americans. Because if they are here, they are Americans, and they are fighting for the same American purpose and American agenda that we are fighting with. I want the Latino Convention to be the home to nurture the next generation of Latino leaders, because many of us are getting ready to be replaced. And the only way that I am moving on to my next chapter in life if I've been replaced by another Latino. If not, I'm going to stay there forever. So we need to make sure that we develop the next generation of Latino students and Latino leaders in our Commonwealth. 1.1 million Latinos call Pennsylvania home. As Olga said, we are here, and we are here to stay. We are here to work hard and to contribute. We are here to meet the responsibilities that demand being a Pennsylvania resident. But we are also here to enjoy the progress and not to be left behind. We come here with purpose and direction and strategy, because every year more and more, Pennsylvania's future look like you and I. Every year, the nation's future look more and more like you and I. The Latino Convention must be the center place where we meet to decide when we reach in 2060 more than 160 million Latinos in the United States, that we have Latinos leading from Pennsylvania, not only in our state, but also in our nation's capital. This is the work that we are putting together, because we know that at the end of the day, it will pay forward. And finally, to my friends in corporate America, the Latino purchasing power in the nation is $1.9 trillion. $1.9 trillion. The purchasing power of the African American community in the United States is $1.6 trillion. The purchasing power of Asian and Pacific Islanders is about $1.4 trillion. And the purchasing power of members of the LGBTQ community is about $1.3 trillion. Combined, that purchasing power is larger than any economy in the world, with the exception of the United States and China. So I don't know about you. But I work in government. I want some of that money right here in Pennsylvania. And the only way that we are going to be able to attract that diverse investment and that diverse spending is by being able to be inclusive, diverse, and respectful. The convention is an opportunity to get you there. Join us, because at the end of the day, once again, it will not only pay off for our agenda, it will pay off in your pockets. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to having you as our very special guest at the 2023 Pennsylvania Latino Convention.